What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. With Helen Mirren appearing in the new film Nutcracker and the Four Realms opening Friday, I decided to do my top 10 list of my 10 favorite Helen Mirren movies. Helen Mirren, she's a legend. She's been in countless films over the past decade. And glad to see she's still going strong. Helen Mirren is, I believe I think she's also an Oscar winner as well. Oh yeah, she is an Oscar winner. All right, I almost forgot if she was an Oscar winner or not. But anyway, I think she looks really amazing in the new Nutcracker film. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to check that Nutcracker out this week. For Woman in Gold. Now it was a film that starred Helen Mirren with Ryan Reynolds, Dana Brewer, Tatiana Maslany for all you Orphan Black fans. Charles Dance was in this. Oh yeah, and Kay Holmes was also in this movie too. Wow, nice, nice cast list. It was also directed by Simon Curtis, who recently did that Christopher Robin film, Goodbye, Christopher Robin. Good little movie. And pretty much, Helen Mirren plays a Jewish refugee who takes on the Australian government to recover artwork she believes was rightfully belonging to her family, and she also tells the story of her time in the the olden days. And this movie was actually really good. Helen Mirren actually gave a really good performance here. Ryan Reynolds was pretty solid. This is a really nice little movie worth checking out. It was released by the Weinstein Company in 2015, and it's actually really good. If you guys haven't seen Women in Gold, I really love how they went because the film takes place in both modern days and World War II era. Because she's telling the story of her time in the during the World War II era, and it's actually a really interesting story. This movie is also based on a true story, and the true story aspect is actually really interesting. So yeah, definitely give Woman Go a shot. It's a little slow at times, but it's still pretty decent. All right, coming in at number 9 would be After, which is the remake of the film that had Dudley Moore in it. Now, the remake isn't as good as the Dudley Moore classic, but I still found it to be pretty funny. The remake had Russell Brand as the Dudley Moore role, and Russell Brand I thought was pretty funny here. You got Helen Mirren as Brand's caretaker here. I thought Helen Mirren actually was really funny, and it had a pretty good cast. You also had Greg Gerwig, Luis Guzman. Good solid cast. I highly recommend checking out the After remake. But if you guys haven't seen the original After, that's another interesting one worth checking out. But the remake is actually not that bad. Coming in at number 8 would be Fate of the Furious. Now, Helen Mirren in this plays the mother of the Shaw brothers, played by Jason Statham and Luke Evans. Helen Mirren as the mother of those two, I thought was awesome. Now, Helen Mirren didn't have much screen time, which kind of is why I added Fate of the Furious at number 8 instead of a little higher. But I really dug the scenes that Helen Mirren was in. I really dug some of the scenes that feature her and Vin Diesel together. Now, I'll be down to see her reprise her role for another Fast and Furious, maybe the Hobbs and Shaw movie. I will love to have seen her maybe pop up in the Hobbs and Shaw film. It would be cool seeing her get screen time with The Rock. That would be some pretty cool screen time to see. But yeah, Fate of the Furious. But yeah, I really love Fate of the Furious. It's really awesome. Can't wait for the ninth one to come out. Coming in at number 7 will be the spy movie Red, which features the likes of Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman, Helen Mirren, loads of legends. Red is actually really solid. It's super fun to watch. Has a pretty solid cast to it. Let me pull up something. Red was released in. I don't remember what it was released in. Oh yeah, it was released in 2010, and it's actually pretty solid. It's like really loads of fun to watch. Pretty good cast to it. Yeah, I mean, and who knew that Helen Mirren could be a badass? Because she was actually such a badass in this movie. And I also really dug the sequel, Red 2. I thought that was pretty good. Not as good as the first Red, but still pretty decent. Coming in at number 6 is this little movie that it's kind of more recent. I kind of saw this movie back in, I think it was March I saw this movie in. It's a film called The Laser Seeker, where Helen Mirren starred with Donna Sutherland. Now, this is actually a really sad film. I mean, if you watch this movie, you're probably gonna want have tissues for it. But Helen Mirren and Donna Sutherland both play a couple who wants to go on one last road trip, and her husband, played by Sutherland, has Alzheimer's, and it's a really heartbreaking film worth checking out. I really dug the chemistry between both Helen Mirren and Donna Sutherland. They both like their chemistry in this movie really worked. I mean, Helen Mirren scored a Golden Globe nomination for this film, and it's well deserved. I think Donald Sutherland should have gotten some sort of a nomination because I thought Donald Sutherland gave probably one of his best performances in this. Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't had a chance to watch The Laser Seeker, give it a go. It's a really fantastic little movie. All right, coming in at number 5 would be the film Trumbo. Now, this was released in, I think, 2015 or 16. Let me remember the year. Yeah, it was released in 2015, and it starred the great Bryan Cranston, who was really amazing in this. You also had the likes of John Goodman, Elle Fanning, Louis C.K. was in this. And it's about famed screenwriter Dalton Trumbo, who was pretty much blacklisted in Hollywood for his political belief. Helen Mirren actually played like his manager in this, and she was actually really solid. Yeah, this movie is a really good film to check out. I mean, I really dug the true story aspect of it. I'm a sucker for true story movies, especially if it's movies about old Hollywood. I'm a sucker for those, and yeah, this is a really good film. If you guys haven't seen Trumbo, check it out. I think Bryan Cranston scored a Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken, hey, well deserved, because Bryan Cranston is such an awesome actor. And Helen Mirren, she was really solid in this as well. Alright, coming in at number 4 would be the film Hitchcock, which is a biopic about famed director Alfred Hitchcock. And it's about mainly the making of the movie Psycho. You had the likes of Scarlett Johansson as Janet Leigh. Let's see. You had Jessica Biel. Anthony Hopkins as Alfred Hitchcock was amazing. I mean, such a solid performance that Hopkins played on. He really embodied the role as Hitchcock. And the film is also from the same guy who recently directed that film My Dinner with Her, which is out now on HBO. That's a good movie. If you guys haven't seen My Dinner with Her, give that one a go. But anyway, back to Hitchcock. This movie, I gotta say, is completely underrated. It's not really a movie a whole lot of people really talk about. I mean, it got good reviews and all, but since its release, not many people really talk about it. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good movie. It's definitely worth checking out. Good performances. I think Helen Mirren scored an Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if you guys still haven't seen the Hitchcock movie with Hopkins, give it a go. It's a really fantastic little film. All right, coming in at number 3 will be the 1999 film Teaching Mrs. Tingle. Now, this film, featured the likes of, let me put the cast list. Yeah, Kate Holmes was in this. A few other good cast. And it's the story of a girl who is willing to do anything to become valedictorian, even if it means murdering the teacher that stands in her way. And Helen Mirren pretty much plays the teacher that kind of stands in our way. It even features people like Jeffrey Tambor, Michael McCain, Molly Ringwald was in this. Pretty solid cast, and I mean Kay Holmes and Helen Mirren, I thought both was really good in this. The the premise of this was pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it's actually really good. If you guys haven't seen Teaching Mrs. Tingle, it's another good Helen Mirren movie worth checking out. And the movie turns 20 next year. Boy. Talk about feeling old. Alright. Coming in at number 2 is actually Helen Mirren's earliest work. And that's this 1969 movie she did called Age of Consent. A film that she did with Hollywood legend James Mason. Here's the storyline. It's about an elderly artist played by Mason who thinks he has become too stale and is past his prime. But his friend, who's an agent, pursues him to go to an offshore island to try once more. And he, rediscovers his muse in the form of a young girl played by Helen Mirren. Now, this was like the first time Helen Mirren actually ever went nude for a film. She was pretty solid here. I thought Helen Mirren gave a pretty decent performance, and this movie got. I don't think this is seriously a movie that I don't think could, really get made today because there's stuff in this that probably won't suit well for today's audience. But it's actually a cult classic. It's James Mason gave a pretty good performance here. Helen Mirren was amazing. If you guys haven't seen the '69 film Age of Consent, it's another highly recommended Helen Mirren movie worth checking out. All right, coming in at number 1 will be the 2006 film The Queen, which was the film that won Helen Mirren her first Oscar. Now, of course, the film is about famed Queen Elizabeth II. I mean, Helen Mirren as Queen Elizabeth is amazing. This is definitely her best performance she ever given. You even had the likes of let me pull up the cast list. You even had the likes of James Cromwell as Prince Philip. Oh yeah, Micah Sheen was also in this. Pretty solid cast, and this movie will also leave you in tears because the film takes place after Princess Diana Sally passed away in a car crash. And yeah, it's a really good movie. If you guys haven't seen The Queen by now, check it out. And I mean, Helen Mirren really embodied the role as Queen Elizabeth, and she did a perfect job at playing the role. But yeah, definitely give the movie a go. It's really good. I mean, of course, Helen Mirren will play a queen because in real life she is a queen. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my 10 favorite Helen Mirren movies. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Woman in Gold. 9, After. 8, Fate of the Furious. 7, Red. 6, The Leisure Seeker. 5, Trumbo. 4, Hitchcock. 3, Teaching Mrs. Tingle. 2, Age of Consent. And number 1, The Queen. Now, she's been in loads of countless other films. Let me pull up her resume. She was recently seen in Winchester, which sucked. I mean, Winchester was awful. There was also an Excalibur, which was a classic. Gosford Park, she was in. Looking forward for Nutcracker, by the way. Flower Beauty, she was good in. Didn't care for Eye in the Sky, but she was actually pretty solid in that. Monsters University, she was in. The film Phil Spector with Al Pacino, she was good in. Legends of Guardians, The Owls of Wahoo's good. The Temptation, The Last Station, State of Play she was in. Shadow Boxer, Raising Helen, The Clearing. Yeah, she was in countless of interesting stuff in the past decade. But yeah, let me leave you guys. What are your favorite Helen Mirren movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.